In this video, I want to go over if quitting your 9 to 5 job for YouTube is a good idea. I'm just going to go over some things that I think you should consider before quitting your 9 to 5 job before becoming a full-time YouTube creator. So one of the first things I want to talk about is income stability. On YouTube, you really can't rely on a YouTube paycheck because revenue is constantly fluctuating with YouTube AdSense, and you're really never guaranteed a true paycheck. If you think about it, YouTube could disappear at any time. What happens if you quit your 9 to 5 job and something happens and YouTube goes out of business? The likelihood of YouTube going out of business is probably really small, but you have to think about those things. What happens if YouTube wasn't around and you quit your good paying job or quit steady income revenue for YouTube? The next thing is the thing that I'm dealing with, the high level of competition. YouTube makes it really difficult to stand out and grow quickly, even with consistent content creation. It's very competitive. If a new camera comes out, everybody's dropping a video about the new camera. It's going to be all over YouTube, especially if they're being sponsored by it. That makes the competition really high. That raises the bar really high. So that's something you have to think about also. There's so much saturation out there. There's so many different videos out there, of the same thing. Everybody's doing the same videos. They're just doing it a different way. So the competition is very high. It's hard to compete with high standards on YouTube. It's really hard to get a paycheck to do that. Another thing is something that not only myself deal with, but I'm sure you deal with as well, especially if you're a small creator. Creating a successful YouTube channel demands a lot of time and a lot of effort. And it's not just about filming. It goes way beyond just filming. It includes editing, marketing, managing a community, managing employees. If you have different people working for you doing different things, if you have a designer to do thumbnails, if you have somebody to do your video editing, if you have somebody to even follow you around with a camera, if you're going to consider that, that's what it's going to probably take to be a successful YouTuber. It's going to demand all of those things if that's what you're looking to do. And keep in mind, I'm a one-man band. I do everything myself. I do the filming, I do the editing, I do the ideas, I do the thumbnails. I do everything on my own. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of money to create something that successful. I am not Mr. Beast. I'm sure a lot of you that have clicked on this video are not filming like Mr. Beast. You're not creating content like Mr. Beast. Everybody wants to be different, but to be different, to try and be successful on this platform, it's going to be very demanding, and that's something that I am learning. Again, I said it in my past video, you have to give YouTube 200%. 100% on this platform is not good enough. And to be a full-time creator, to quit your 9 to 5 job, it's going to be very demanding. You're not going to be able to make just one video and then get millions of views and make thousands and thousands of dollars. It's not going to happen. I'm just going to tell you that it's not going to happen. It hasn't happened for me. It's probably not going to happen for you. It may happen for some people. Maybe that 1 to 2%, maybe 5%. I'll even go 5% out of YouTube, make it off, take off and hit it big on this platform. It's going to be a very, very demanding job. It's probably going to be more demanding than your 9 to 5 job. You may never get a chance to do the things that you want to do, and it just, you get into, I always said before, you always get out of YouTube what you put into it. If you're not going to put in the effort, you're not going to grow. It's just that simple. You're not going to grow if you don't put in that effort. And with that being said, there's different shifts, between YouTube within the algorithm and trends. YouTube is constantly changing the algorithm. You have YouTube Shorts. You have long form versus short form content. That's an algorithm change. That's changing the algorithm. You can never predict that. What if YouTube comes out with something new and it's going to trump over YouTube Shorts are going to trump over long form content. Like now, YouTube Shorts is coming out with an update where you can do 3-minute YouTube Shorts. That is changing the algorithm. That's changing the ball game. If you're a successful YouTube creator and you're creating YouTube Shorts and you're making money off YouTube Shorts, people might be watching 3-minute shorts versus 30 to 60-second shorts, versus long form content. That's just the way it is. It's constantly changing, and you have to also remember the trends. Everything, if there's a trending dance, everybody's going to do the dance. It's going to be trending. And then, I watched a YouTuber yesterday that said that he helped do the sturdy dance. He did a lot of tutorials on the sturdy dance, and he was making thousands of dollars, $15,000 to $16,000 a month, making tutorials on how to do this dance. And then a month later, he made a couple $1,000s. I mean, that's good? Yes. I mean, that's very good, to make even a couple $1,000s a month. But you can see how the trends are changing, how you can be on top one day, 1 month, and then just fall the next month, and that's something, that I'm learning with this platform, so should you quit your 9 to 5 job to be a full-time creator? I'm going to have to say no. Even if I was making a couple $1,000s, even if I was making $3,000 to $6,000 a month, I probably would not quit my 9 to 5 job, because you never know, and it's like gambling, to be honest with you. You might put in $100, you might get back a couple $1,000s. You just don't know. You're gambling. You might be in a negative. You might put in, $50, you might be a negative $500. You just don't know. I feel like YouTube is like constantly rolling the dice. You're constantly rolling the dice on this platform. You just don't have a steady income to have that kind of outcome on this platform. And I see so many creators creating videos that they're quitting their jobs, that they're walking out to start making YouTube videos. I mean, maybe they were already established on this platform. Maybe they already had an established community. Maybe they already had a really good following on this platform, and they just said, you know what? I don't need my 9 to 5. I'm just going to grind hard on YouTube, and I'm going to make money. Have I seen creators do it? Yes. I've seen plenty of creators that I watch, plenty of YouTubers I watch that quit their 9 to 5 job to be a full-time YouTuber. Are they being successful? I don't know. They say they are, but can you believe everything you hear on this platform? Probably not. I mean, if they're making videos once or twice a week, chances are they have a 9 to 5 job. They're just making the video clickable, telling you that they quit their 9 to 5 job, and they really haven't. They're still just making YouTube videos on the side as a second stream of income. Now, if you think about the future, we said that YouTube can be a second stream of income if you're thinking about retirement and so forth. I think that's true. I really, really think that's true. I really think you can grind hard. If you're over 40 like myself and you're creating YouTube videos, a second stream of income is a good idea, but I don't think YouTube should be your #1 stream of income. That's just how I feel. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that. Do you feel YouTube can be your 9 to 5 job? And a lot of people don't do YouTube 9 to 5. They create a video, they upload it. They might spend a couple of hours a week, maybe 8 hours a day, and they take the rest of the week off. And they're like, well, why didn't I get views? Why not? How come I'm not making enough money? Why? Maybe going full time was a bad idea. I see some people post videos like that too. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You have to have multiple streams of income. At least that's what I think. If you're doing TikTok, Instagram, do those other things also. Never stop giving up on these other platforms. I don't think that YouTube is ready to be your #1 stream of income. And a lot of people have been doing it for 13, 14 years, since YouTube first came out. They've been grinding really hard, making videos and making income. They're the OGs. I consider them the OG YouTubers that have been doing it since day one. They know what they're doing. They have a following base. They're making really, really good income, and that's their 9 to 5. But, even if you're making a couple $1 million a year, should you still consider YouTube your number one stream of income, like Mr. Beast. And like I said, what happens if something happens to YouTube? What are you left with? You're left with all this camera gear. You're left with all these videos that you may have not have published, and YouTube's no longer around. What happens? Do you try and get a job at Hollywood? Do you try and work as an independent filmmaker? Do you go work at a local news station because you have all these video editing skills? You had to shoot videos because you were a YouTuber. You got to think about those things. You got to prepare for the future. You got to think about your kids. You got to think about your next generations. The future is coming, and the future is coming fast. You look at electric cars, you look at Elon Musk, and you look at these self-drivable vehicles. What's going to happen with YouTube? Is YouTube going to be an AI generated platform where you don't even have to make a video? You just type in what you want, and then all of a sudden a video generates. That's where the future is heading. That's scary. Everybody's considering YouTube as their stream of income. I think about that, and I'm like, wow, it'd be great to be a YouTuber and work, a few days a week and make all this money. But it's not steady income. I really don't believe that you should be doing that. Well, let me know in the comments what you think. I just wanted to shoot this quick video and just talk about how I feel and why I think you should stay away from keeping YouTube. Starting your 9 to 5 job as YouTube and quitting your stream of income. A job, of course, you can always get laid off. You can always have problems. You can always get fired, and then maybe people turn over to YouTube for that reason. But I just think it's a tough pill to swallow when I see a lot of people saying they quit their 9 to 5s to become a full-time YouTube creator. Well, this is where I'm going to leave this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, how you feel about this topic. Please give me a thumbs up. You always know what to do, guys, later.